We can't turn our back on him. We can't go there.
We got to find an answer.
Tonight, a family's plea for more information. Missouri college student Riley Strain missing for nearly a week. His family says they saw new video of him just today, but it did not reveal new clues. After showing up on this surveillance camera, Riley's family says it's like he disappeared. Well, now they're focusing on finding new video in that area. Let's go to News 2's Adam Mintzer is now live from where Riley was last seen on that surveillance. And Adam, what does the investigation look like out there so far on this Friday?
Mark, it's actually been pretty quiet for the last few hours. I haven't seen any sign of law enforcement or anybody looking. We do, of course, continue to see passersby taking looks around the Cumberland River, seeing if they can pick up on something that law enforcement still haven't. But Mark, as you mentioned, what family really wants right now is more surveillance camera footage of the last known moments of where Riley Strain was. Now, what's really interesting is as we move more north down First Avenue along the Cumberland River, there is less and less video, less and less surveillance, as well as people saying that they saw him at that point. One of the last videos we do have of Riley Strain is from about 10 feet that way. But if you follow where I am right now, that's the Birch Building. The Birch Building is facing this side of the street. The video from that a little hard to see because it's dark. It's not well lit on this side. But the family's really honed in on the fact that you could see scooters, you could see people walking, you could see cars driving. They're saying that those people might have crucial information about where Riley Strain ended up that night. They've even gone so far as to ask the scooter companies to share some of the data from this area from last Friday night from about 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. But one of the questions that's weighing on the family, even though they're trying to look forward, is why was 22-year-old Riley Strain alone at this point in the night?
There's some frustration there. Why this boy was out on the street by himself, why his friends weren't with him.
I just don't understand.
There's a lot of questions still on that end of the scenario.
But it doesn't get us to finding Riley. And that's where we're focused right now.
Now, those moments at Luke Bryan's bar, as we were reporting at the top of the hour, Luke Bryan's bar coming out with a news statement saying that at 9:35, Riley Strain was escorted out of the bar. They say that one of his friends went down with him, but ultimately went back to the bar when Riley Strain left. They say that Riley was served just one alcoholic drink and 2 waters. So still looking for more information as we move into more than a week of this investigation about where he is. Reporting live from downtown Nashville, Adam Mintzer, News 2.